can't disclose that one, man, I can't. Everyone has a laugh and a joke, but when a footballer does it, it's the end of the world, isn't it? You just gotta be yourself in everything you do. You really learn who you are in the difficult moments. I'm there for a reason. Yeah, when he scored that goal and he started cutting out to the, being the first Muslim player to represent the Three Lions, a true honour. With Ian Wright, when I made my debut, he sent me a message and he screamed down the voice and he was like, People, they talk too much, man. It's good to make people eat their words, and the rest is history.
Welcome back to Don't Sweat It, a series by Versus and Shaw for Men. Today, Djed Spence reflects on football, family, and finding his feet. People know Djed Spence, the baller, but how would you describe Djed Spence, the person?
Very chill, family man. Yeah, character, funny.
The character one's interesting because the character comes out in different ways. Have you always been that sort of funny character?
Yeah, I think I've always been funny, you know? Just in school, in academy football, grassroots football, I feel like it's just a part of me. I like to have a laugh and a joke sometimes.
And speaking about academy and grassroots, when did you start playing football? What sort of environments were you in? And when did it start getting serious for you?
I started playing football around the ages of 6 and 7. Yeah, I started out at a team called Peckham Town, my first grassroots football team. And after that, I went to Fulham Academy. So yeah, that was my journey from a young, tender age.
The transition from grassroots to academy football, what was that experience like for you?
It was fun, I enjoyed it. You want to prove that you can play at that level. So, because obviously when you play grassroots, it's different to academy, it's more serious and stuff. Courses, I was nervous a lot at the time sometimes, but it's just part of the journey, it's normal. Thinking
back to the academy, how did some of those experiences shape the type of player you are today?
I feel like academy is different nowadays as well, but I feel like for me personally back then, it was a lot on like winning. It was fun, but a lot of it was like winning games and having a winning mentality. So I feel like now that's kind of always stuck with me as well. The coaches back then were quite tough on us as well. So honestly, they was quite tough. So like, whatever I've experienced then, whatever I experience now wouldn't really faze me in a way because I've already gone through that at a tender age. So I feel like I learned a lot in my academy days.
And of course, growing up in South London is known for having ballers. Who are some of the people that you grew up playing football with?
When I was at Fulham Academy, the players I played with from South London was Chris Kelly, like one of my closest friends, like a brother to me. Jaden Harris, Jaden Mundell, Ryan Session. He says he's from South, but I don't really think he's from South. But I'll put him in there.
What do you think it is about South London that makes so many players?
I think it's just a special place, man. I think it breeds talent, you know, whether it's down to football, art, music, anything. I feel like South London's just got a pool of talent.
Something that's very clear about you is how close you are with your family, your sisters. How important has the support of your family been throughout your career?
Everything. My mum, super close to my dad, which is a blessing, you know. That support system has carried me a long way, and I'm so thankful for them because without them I wouldn't be where I am today. So if you're going through a tough period or you're feeling down, you know, you always have someone to talk to, someone to make you feel better, someone to take your mind off things, or just even change the whole picture and not talk about football, just talk about, you know, life or just something more positive if you're going through a tough spot.
Your sister's vlogs of the games have become iconic. How does it feel for you to have a sibling so bought into your career?
Yeah, it means everything. Like I said, we're also close, so when I win, she wins. When she wins, I win. So that's the kind of the family we are. So everyone around me plays a different role. So with my dad, you know, my dad's a football fanatic. We always speak football. Before every game, he sends me a prayer, and I'll read the prayer before I go out, which is very powerful to me. You know, it gives me extra boost going into the game. always conversating and they're always showing the support. So it's, yeah.
With your dad being a football fanatic,
Yeah.
what's that relationship like? Because you're in the game, he's seeing it. Like, what sort of conversations do you guys have?
Like, he knows ball. He knows ball. Like, he's a proper football man. Like, he was always telling me this X, Y, Z and talking about, you know, legends and whatever. But yeah, nah, he's a football fan still. So yeah, I always have conversations about him with most of the time. It's always about football, you know. Like back in the day, like in school or something. Like if I got in trouble, or whatever, he's meant to call me to like tell me off, whatever. But then he ended up talking about football and stuff like, you know, like just like parents and that.
When you were talking just then, like there was a smile in your face, reminiscing back to those conversations that you have.
Yeah.
When you think about your career, would you say it's enabled you to be closer to your family?
Yeah, yes and no, but I've always been close to my family, no matter what, even before football. If anything, football is kind of, because we're so strong knitted, it's never gonna change, but it's kind of brought me away from my family a bit, you know, because obviously you're young, you know, you end up going to digs and stuff, living away from your family, playing abroad, or you could be playing somewhere else which is far away, so you're kind of away from your family, which obviously some players might struggle. I was living with a family, and obviously I had one room to myself. I didn't like it, if I'm honest. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, because I'm away from home, you know, my family, but it was an experience, something to learn.
Would you say living in digs prepared you for playing abroad?
Yeah, I guess you pick up little elements of learning how to be alone, and so I kind of had to fend for myself, you know, like learn how to cook and stuff like this. So in that respect, yeah, because when I went abroad, obviously I had to cook and whatever. So you do learn some things, but I wouldn't say it prepared me fully, no.
Not everyone has the experience to play football abroad or even work abroad. What were some of the things you learned about yourself in both experiences, leaving home and applying your trade?
You always learn something subconsciously. I guess it made me more of a man, you know. I can't rely on anyone but myself because it's only me that's there. So I guess I can say it matured me in a way because my family's so close, we're always in contact. So I never felt ever that there was a time where I never had them around.
The Championship is no easy league. It's notorious for, you know, physicalness, games every other day. What was it like becoming a pro in such a competitive league?
When I first started out, it was kind of hard, really. I feel like I wouldn't say the jump, but you can say the jump, like in terms of intensity, was so high. When I was playing games, starting games, I was so tired, like within like the first 15, 20 minutes, I was blown. I was thinking, I don't even know if
where's the second wing gonna kick in?
Yeah, like I don't even know if I'm ever gonna like keep up with this, but yeah, after a while you adapt.
I want to speak about Nottingham Forest. I feel like that was a moment where people started paying attention to the name Djed Spence. What did it feel like being a young pro receiving so much spotlight?
I take it with a pinch of salt. I don't really get too high with it. I don't really get too low. It's what it comes with. It's football at the end of the day. You know, you're gonna get spotlight when you're doing well. So I try not to focus on those things. I just try to focus on my game, try to play well, and you know the rest will always take care of itself. So yeah.
As you started playing regularly, was there a moment where you thought to yourself, I'm built for this? Or did you always know that you had this?
No, I've always known. I've envisioned it, I've seen it. Obviously where I'm at today is a blessing, but it's not a surprise to me because I've always known I'll get to this level, you know. I've always believed in myself, I've always had confidence, so I've seen it 1,000 times, so to believe in it, living it now is a blessing.
I want to talk to you about the beginning of your journey at Spurs. When you first found out that this club is interested in you, talk me through the feelings you were feeling at the time.
One of the biggest clubs in London, you know, it's a surreal moment, especially because my mum supports Tottenham as well, my uncle supports Tottenham. It's like, of course, like, who wouldn't want to sign for Tottenham, you know? I mean, it's a big club, you know, playing in the Premier League, so yeah, I was happy, I was over the moon, and it's, you know, a next step in my career, so I was ready for it.
In that first season at Spurs, like with any career, there are moments that can be a bit difficult. One of those moments was your relationship with Conte, and that again had public attention towards it. How did that affect your mindset?
I was at such a high before I joined the club. And obviously, he made some comments online or wherever he made the comments, and it came out online. And yeah, it just wasn't a nice thing to hear. Kind of knocked my confidence a bit, but yeah, I felt like I hit a brick wall when I went to the club. Obviously, I signed to, you know, to play and do well, and yeah, but I'm here now, so I'm happy.
No, you definitely are, and I feel in many senses it's a representation of your career in terms of overcoming opinions and blockers. But you mentioned that you are a confident person and it did knock your confidence. How did you take steps to getting back to feeling how you naturally feel?
Yeah, I'm a confident person, but like I said, my support group behind me, you know, my close friends, you know, they're the ones that kept me, you know, motivated. And also myself, just putting in the work, you know, keep training hard, because it gets to a point where sometimes you can do everything right and things are still not working out, but as long as you know you put in the work, it's, you know, your time's gonna come. So I'm there for a reason. You really learn who you are in the difficult moments, because you've got to pull yourself through certain fires and certain troubles, and, you know, it's character building.
You made the next step in your career. Talk me through your debut. How did that day play out?
We played Nottingham Forest. Yeah, it was a nice moment, because obviously I went back to the City ground, the fans, you know, gave me a standing ovation and whatever for what I did at the club the previous year. I just remember the manager calling me on to give me my debut, so again, that was just another great achievement for myself, you know, making my Premier League debut, something, you know, that all kids dream about.
Last season felt like a massive turning point for you. I want to ask you why things changed at Spurs for you.
I went back after my loan spell in Italy, and yeah, I came back for pre-season, had a good conversation with the assistant manager. Yeah, I'm very, very close to the assistant manager, and we just had good conversations, you know, like how am I feeling, what's my plans, and where my head's at. And yeah, I told him I want to stay here, I want to play for the club, I want to fight for my place and give my all. Yeah, ended up having a good pre-season. Yeah, and then the season started, but obviously I had to be patient to get my opportunity. The opportunity came and I took it, so I think that was the real turning point, really. I just had to be patient. Yeah, God willing, I was ready, and yeah, man, the rest is history.
The rest is history, indeed. I think sometimes in football, people think that everyone wins, but not everyone wins a trophy. Not everyone wins a European trophy.
Right.
Europa League winner. That's a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk me through the memories of that moment, that match, and just everything around winning the Europa League.
Again, probably the greatest thing I've done in my career so far, but obviously make my England debut. Yeah, I was so happy, man. Just the moment was special. You know, my family's there. You know, it was when the final whistle went. I remember I fell to my knees and I just screamed, man. I was like, it's just amazing. Like you said, not everyone wins a trophy, especially a major trophy. So to have done that is, you know, I'm very happy, man. It's a great achievement.
That night, you recreated an iconic photo. The same photo you did after getting promoted to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Why is silencing critics so important to you?
People, they talk too much, man, you know? So it's good to make people eat their words. And everyone's got an opinion, you know? Especially when you're a footballer, everyone's got an opinion. Yeah, it's good to hit them back with success.
The reason why I like those moments is because we don't often get to see footballers show personality. Why for you is it so important to be your true self?
Yeah, it's important to show your character, to show your personality. You just gotta be yourself in everything you do. Yeah, why not? You know, it's like, you're human, I'm human. You get to share jokes, you get to have a laugh and a joke. Why can't I have a laugh and a joke? Or why can't I show my personality? Why? Because I'm a footballer. So no, I'm just be myself, and I'm always gonna be myself every single time, so I feel like it's very important.
One thing that people are loving about you is how you keep things real, especially on socials. Do you think that's an important part of being a footballer today?
Too many footballers are, they're scared to be themselves. It's all robotic and social media trained and just, because again, if you're not being yourself, you're portraying an image that's false, that's not you. And just be yourself, man. Just have fun, enjoy whatever it is you're doing and just be authentic, man.
How many ballers are locked up in Spence Penitentiary right now?
How many are locked up? I can't even tell you.
Do you thrive off the banter and the friendly competition that comes from that?
Yeah, of course. You know, it makes it exciting. It makes it fun. You know.
What do you say to people that get riled up by your social media antics?
Cry more, man. Just like, why are you upset? You know, it's social media. You have fun. It's never too serious. You know, it's just everyone has a laugh and a joke. But when a footballer does it, it's the end of the world, isn't it? So, but who cares, man? Just have fun, man.
One thing that's become aware about you is the way you step to the pitch. You always like to present yourself well, but you're not afraid to do things that others are probably scared of. Looking good on the pitch, whether you're wearing pimple patches. Why is that such a core part of who you are?
Again, it's being yourself, being comfortable in who you are. When you're comfortable, when you do as you please, you play better, you feel better. Everything just aligns with itself, you know. If you're not really being yourself, you're not free in the mind, you know. So I feel like, yeah, it's important to just being comfortable in what you're doing.
One thing about your Spurs journey is your friendship with James Maddison. What's that relationship like, and why is it important to have different personalities within a team?
Yeah, firstly, Madders, yeah, good friend of mine. Great guy, great character. Yeah, he's someone that's always supported me, always gave me confidence and always, you know, pushes me to do better. Even now he's injured, you know, he still sends me messages before games and like tells me, you know, like, make sure you're ready or, you know, make sure you show up tonight and stuff like that. So yeah, Madders is he's a great guy. And yeah, how important is it to have different personalities? I feel like it's good because, you know, there's different cultures, different backgrounds, so everyone can dive into each other's culture and learn things from each other, so I feel like it's important.
You mentioned that not everyone wins a trophy, not everyone gets to represent their nation. You've represented England at a time where it's super competitive.
Yeah, it meant everything, man. Something I've always wanted as a kid. Just a true honour, you know, to represent your country. One of the greatest days of my life, if I'm honest. I've worked so hard to be in a position like that, and to finally be there was amazing.
You created legacy with that debut as well. You became the first Muslim to play for the Three Lions. When you hear that, what's the feeling that you have?
Yeah, being the first Muslim player to represent the Three Lions is a true honour. Yeah, it makes me happy, but what makes me more happy is a lot of kids can look at it and be inspired by it. Look at me and think, you know, if I'm here and I've done it, they can too. So I feel like, yeah, it's bigger than me, and I feel like, you know, it's great for generations to come. Yeah.
Something you've mentioned before is the importance of mentors like Ian Wright, Rio Ferdinand. What sort of advice have they given you?
With Ian Wright, it's a funny one because we watched him play against Arsenal when I was playing for Nottingham Forest. And obviously he's a legend, you know what I mean? And yeah, he's just a person who always supports, you know, when I do well, he will send me a message on Instagram and say, like, well done, I'm so happy for you. Even when I made my debut, he sent me a message and he was like, he was screaming down the voice and he was like, he's like, I'm so happy for you, man, well done, keep going, you know. So things like that, it's just a great thing to have. And yeah, with Rio, again, another person who I can contact if I need anything and get advice from. I think obviously now that I'm in the spotlight more and everything, and you know, there's a lot of pressure sort of thing, and you know, a lot of eyes on me. Sent me a text to say it's a privilege to play under pressure. And I like that. I was like, you know what, it is a privilege to play under pressure because not everyone gets that privilege, you know, and When you're playing under pressure, that means you're doing something right. So, yeah, man, those two are legends of the game, man.
I know you love football, but obviously football is a job. What do you enjoy outside of football?
Spending time with family and also fashion. I like fashion, to be fair. I'm trying to get more into it, to be honest, because I want to say I'm like a fashion, you know, people go crazy. I'm not that.
You can throw a fit though, you can throw a fit.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it's just an extension of your personality, how you want to portray yourself.
Thinking about your journey, would you do anything differently?
No. Reason being because if I did something different, maybe I wouldn't be here today, maybe I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I believe everything happens for a reason.
And whilst in this moment, you're playing the best football of your career, you're confident, how do you keep the motivation even though you are where you always wanted to be?
I just love football. I just want to be the best in what I do. I don't really see it as a job, but I just see it as something I love doing. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Thinking back to a younger Djed, if you could give that person one piece of advice, what advice would you give him?
Take risks, try new things, have non-stop confidence, don't be afraid to fail.
Djed, this has been real. Super props on everything you achieved. There's so much more to come. But we can't end this conversation without some quickfire questions. You ready?
Go on.
What daily ritual gives you the most confidence?
Prayer.
Favourite song before a match?
Right now, G Herbo went legit.
Your favourite quote?
He doesn't always come when we want, but he always comes right on time.
Funniest teammate you've had?
Oh, funniest teammate. It's tight. I say Richarlison or Jande Silva.
One item you always pack for away days?
My Shoreman deodorant spray, for sure, definitely.
Best bit of shithousing you've ever seen in football?
I say Adi Bayo, you know. You know when he scored that goal and he started cutting out to the... Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Go to post-match meal?
I always go with like pasta and salmon with a bit of red pesto. Just keep it simple.
One goal you wish you scored?
I'd probably say Cristiano Ronaldo's goal versus Porto. Yeah, that goal was crazy. I don't even,
Just zinged it.
I don't even know how he's done it, but...
One nickname people don't know you have?
Can't disclose that one, man, I can't. That one's...
What's one unknown fact or hidden talent about yourself?
I don't know, but hidden talent is I like to play chess. Well, I've started learning to play chess again, but I used to play when I was younger.
Okay.
So I'm quite good at it, to be honest. Oh yeah, and another fact is, I'm not Kenyan. Yeah. I don't know where that's come from. Someone changed my Wikipedia, said I'm Kenyan, it's come out. But yeah,
All type of Kenyans though.
All type of Kenyans, but yeah, I'm not Kenyan, man. But shout them out though, man. Yeah.
If you weren't a footballer, you would be?
An athlete. I'll be a 100-meter sprinter or two. I'll do some sort of athletics.
First person you speak to after a game?
Probably my dad. Yeah, my dad. He always send me a message before and after the game. And then he's always got a message straight away after, like, oh, if we've won, oh, you've done this, well done, or if you lost, oh, you could have, you know.
You're not overlapping.
Yeah, yeah, like, my dad, like, yeah, he always send me a message for sure.
Djed, this has been real. Thank you for talking to us about, how you've navigated through your career, and all the best with everything.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.